Hey guys, Incap24 here with a video for the 3-4 Predator flip formation. We're going to be showing you the strong safety scrape 3 play, in which doubles up as a really nice run D against inside zone and halfback base, as well as a great blitz that we can go ahead and, when called at the right time against the right formations, does a really great job of locking down defense. So what we're going to do is kind of go into the setup, and then after the setup, we'll go into what we want to call it against, when we want to call it, and kind of really look at the ins and outs of this play. So the setup for this play is base the line, pinch your D-line down, crash them down, and then you're going to go ahead and shift your linebackers to the left, quarterback contain, and bluff blitz the middle linebacker. Okay, so I'm already on the middle linebacker. If you see here, if I go one step to the right, the angle goes to the right. If I go one step to the left, the angle goes to the left. You want to make sure that the angle goes to the left when you're doing this play, and I like to back them up about a half a yard to a yard just to make sure we have a little bit more space, okay? So what we're going to do here is I'm going to run the play. I'm going to go and show you that we're going to get this B-gap blitz with the running back blocking on the right-hand side, and then we're going to go ahead and break it down why it works and how we'll make it work, okay? So right now I'm holding down the left trigger, and you're going to see here that we're going to be able to get this blitz in on the left-hand side. Okay, now let me go ahead and go into instant replay and show you why we did what we did and how we got it in. So really what we're doing is we're making a gap for this player on the left-hand side to be able to get in. And by crashing your D-line in, you're going to get those three players to basically go ahead and get the attention of 3-on-3 there. Now we got this player coming in the B-gap. There's a good chance that your running back is going to slide over. The only reason why we get him not to slide over is what we do with our middle linebacker user. And what we do is when we do that bluff blitz, we go to the right-hand side and we try to get his attention by, I hold down the left trigger so that I can kind of slow him down a little bit, but I'm going to basically kind of sprint there, and then once I see that the guy turns his shoulder, if you look at the running back right now, he's kind of looking to the left. As soon as he turns his shoulders this way, you know you've got him, okay? So as soon as he goes like this, you got him. That's when you want to retreat back to the middle of the field to be able to go ahead and cover wherever you would like. Now, if he was going to the flat, we can definitely cover the flat, but for the most part, we want to make sure that we cover the middle of the field, okay? So that's how this blitz works. So I'm going to go ahead and show it to you again just so you can see it. It's a line, pinch your D-line, crash them down, go ahead and move your linebackers to the left-hand side, quarterback contain, bluff blitz this middle linebacker, move him back a half a step, make sure his angle goes to the left-hand side, hold the left trigger, and you're going to see here how we're able to go ahead and get that guy come in. So I want to make sure that you know that this blitz is kind of situational, and it's not something that you want to do every down. It's not something that I would start the game with, and there's a few reasons for that. First, this one player here, the free safety, he starts up over here and then they auto shift him down to here. Okay, so if somebody's doing quick hikes or does only do one hot route or whatever the case may be, and they don't do several adjustments to their offense, he may not be in a position quick enough. You may get him where he's over here as they're hiking it, and typically speaking, when that happens, you'll still be able to get some decent pressure, but it's not going to be the same exact blitz because the guy's not down to here yet, okay? So you want to make sure that the player does do a little bit of hot routing, or if you went ahead and you send some other blitz during the game that you know that they've got to block their running back, they got to do some different things, gives you the ability to kind of allow for this defense to set up. Second thing I want you to know is it's not against every formation. The formations that I like to run this against are ones that have the running back on the right-hand side and don't have anybody that is in the slot on the left-hand side in a trips type situation, okay? So if you were to do something with a trips to the left where there's somebody in the slot, they can definitely just go ahead and throw a seam route on you, and you're going to be very susceptible to that. So that's why I don't like to run this play against that type of coverage. If we're in this and we see that they're in that type of situation, all we'd have to do is go ahead and go more mass coverage. We can go ahead and put this guy on a deep half of the field and kind of put this guy on in the flat, So now we've got mass coverage, and we basically live another down because of the formation that came in. We knew that it wasn't going to be successful against. So you really have to play smart when you know when to do it, when not to do it, okay? So the formations I like against is something like gun doubles, where you've got somebody on the right-hand side. And I'll kind of go through the Cardinals playbook real quick to kind of show you which ones I like it against and why we like it against these, okay? So the first one we're going to look at is, let's go this way, okay? if you look at the wing stack, this is going to be fine because you've got the running back on the right-hand side and you don't have trips on the left. Gun doubles is great because it's got a running back on the right and you have people 2 on the left. These are all ones I wouldn't. Now, this is one I would not use, okay? This is what I was talking about before, where there's 3 players on the left-hand side. It's a trips formation, but even though you've got a running back on the right, 2 things will happen. If they're going to go ahead and run the halfback base or a inside zone, our player is going to get blocked by the wide receiver, so we're in a bad position in that position to do it. But secondly, we're in a bad position because of the fact that we're open the seam route for them if they're doing any type of seams in that type of formation. This halfback strong play is great. It's got trips to the right, and we've got the running back on the right. We can definitely run it against that. And then gun tight we can run it against. And then this stack Y flex we can run it against because we've got the ability to have a running back on the right-hand side. And then spread we can run it against. So I'm hoping you can see the trend. Running back on the right, and not a trip set on the left. Okay, so I'm gonna just pick a play out of gun doubles, right? And I'll just do something where the running back is blocking. Where we could get it here, Y cross. So we're gonna do the same thing here, guys. We're gonna base the line. We're gonna pinch our line. We're gonna crash him down. We're gonna shift our linebackers to the left. Quarterback contain. Bluff blitz that guy. Move him back a step. Make sure that he's got the blitz on the left-hand side. Hold the left trigger and kind of go here. And you're gonna see how we gotta get that same blitz against that right player on the right-hand side blocking. Okay. So now I'm going to go show you how this defense goes ahead and doubles up as a run D. I'm going to show you the first setup that we did where it's the blitz and show you how that works as a run D. Then I'm going to show you additional setup which I feel is a better run D, and then show you how that setup works as a blitz as well. So let's go ahead and look at it here, and we'll pick the halfback base. So with the first setup we're going to do, we're going to show you the run D here. We're going to set it up exactly the same way. And what you got to really realize is that when we do this, the reason why we do this bluff blitz is because we want to get the attention of the running back. Now, if the running back makes his steps to the left, there's no need to try to get his attention, so you don't have to go to the right-hand side. Basically, what you're showing is this guy's either going to be a run or it's going to be a play-action pass. So once you see that he's making those steps, you want to go ahead and try to plug that A gap in order to make sure that you get your run fit down and everybody else can kind of close the gap. So I'm going to hold the left trigger. You see that it's run there, we're going to go right there, and you're going to see that we're going to be able to get some really good action to the ball. Typically speaking, we're going to hit him at the 1 yard spot or at the line of scrimmage. Depending on how we hit him, you know, sometimes they'll fall forward, but for the most part, we're going to have a nice opportunity to get to the ball carrier, and that's all you really want when it comes to run D in this game. Is get the ball carrier, get yourself a chance to get him down within a yard or 2, right? So here he is, got the same exact thing. Go here, we're going to go through this, and you can see how we're just clogging this hole up. We're allowing some other people. That time we got our guy to loop around, and you can see that against halfback base, you're going to be able to really have a nice opportunity. So moving this back up, I'm holding down the left trigger. Oh, he's going that way. Okay, I'm going to go this way. And you can see that time we're able to also to get him, even though he was trying to cut back, we were able to get those players to come to the ball.